So yeah, and if you have a problem with that, just take yourself off video, and that way no one will see your face, even though we would all love to see it. If you guys see anything weird on chat or anything kind of weird like that, just let me or Mike Miller know. We did make it public, so kind of anyone can join this. And so if we do get some weirdos in here, we want to be able to kick them out and allow us to have a nice meeting here. Again, if you guys can just mute yourself if you're not speaking, that way we don't get any of your background noise. That'll be awesome. Anyways, let's have some fun here. I'm gonna share my screen really quick, and I'll show you guys some cool stuff that we want to share with you guys. So.
Hey, Jakey. Good timing, bud.
Glad you got it pulled up. How's it been? How's the day?
Good,
Easy?
it just started.
Yeah. Hey guys. Again, can we have you guys mute yourself just so we don't have overlap on this?
It's kind of quiet. I honestly might put my headphones on. You should pull it up on your phone.
No, we can all watch it together. Cool. Where? What's it on? Facebook? How do you find it?
You have the link.
Oh yes.
We're here in a full-on conversation here. So yeah, the link you have, my man, and then if you could just please mute yourself, that would be awesome. Showing you guys all my slides here, man. I'm not leaving anything to surprise. Anyways, welcome to the Element 11 Theme Camp Q&A. This is a first time event that we're having. We've never done this before, so this is super exciting. I am super excited to kind of share some news, some updates, and also just hear what you have to say. What questions you guys have, what suggestions you guys have, things like that. We're really excited to kind of kick off this program. I think we're going to be doing this every year, and potentially a couple times a year, to promote people to start their own theme camps, and also to allow established theme camps to also just come back every single year and add to our beautiful event here in Utah. My name is Claudio Oliveiras. I am the community director at Element 11. So I am in charge of everything marketing. So, all the Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff that you see, I'm behind all that. If you're part of our email list, all those emails are from me. This year, we actually revamped our whole website. So, all that website stuff is under me. So we've been really working hard to not only, share information and updates with you guys, but also kind of create a sense of community in the off season, right? And we feel that's very important and something that we've been lacking. So I hope that, I've been doing a good job, and any kind of suggestions or feedback you have for me as far as marketing goes, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to hear about it. The other thing the other department that I'm in charge of is the theme camps. And I actually have my theme camp coordinator here with us. His name is Mike Miller. He has this dope background on where it's a fucking moon with lights. He's the king of his castle right now with his hat. So Mike Miller, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everybody, my name is Mike Miller. My playa name is Hug Me, which is the best playa name ever because every time you introduce yourself, people give you hugs. It's great. So I'm the theme camp coordinator this year, which means I'm the one that's going to be talking to you guys who are bringing theme camps to our little playa, and working with you to make sure that, most importantly, you get placed properly. So you have a place in the city where you're going to be setting up your camp, and you have the resources that you need to make that happen without us getting in the way, and with us helping you make that happen. So that's mainly what I'm in charge of, but also going back and forth with you, any kind of questions that you have for the larger, Burning Man, our community. If you don't know who to contact, you can talk to me.
Awesome, thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. I'm gonna stop my screen right now, my sharing right now, and I'm gonna share a little something else with you guys. As we were planning for this meeting, we had lots of things to say, and we were wondering and trying to strategize on how to say it. And we actually found this video online, which kind of explains it so much better than we can. And I'm sure some of you guys will recognize this person that'll be on the screen, but they are part of a very established theme camp at Burning Man, and they have some great tips and tricks. And you know, we kind of love to hear all about them. So I'm going to share this video so we can just kind of relax, you know, watch the video, get yourself a drink or some popcorn. And then after this, you know, we'll go over the slide deck with some more things that are more particular to Element 11. So yeah, just sit back and enjoy.
Hello, my name is Halcyon, and today's topic is theme camps. People often, when you decide that you're going to go to Burning Man for the first time, people start trying to figure out, well, what theme camp am I supposed to join? And I think it requires a little understanding and explanation to recognize what that question means, or if it even needs to be asked. You don't need to be in a theme camp. You can actually create a theme camp with your friends. Sometimes people think that joining a theme camp is like joining a hotel. You know, like people shop around for who has the best offerings. I can't tell you how frustrating it is when I hear people say, well, this camp, you know, if you pay dues at this camp, you get this and this and this. And if you pay dues at that camp, you get this and this and this. It's like, whoa, you get? That is just the wrong way to think about it. The whole concept of a theme camp is that you get together with a group of people so that you can gift in a more dramatic way than by yourself. It's kind of like going to a birthday party. If you go together, you can buy a much cooler gift than if you went by yourself. By yourself, maybe you go shopping, all you can get is like the TIE Fighter Lego set. But if your friends all pull together, you could get your friends the Death Star. And that is the way to look at it. How can we do things together? How can we gift something dramatic in the form of a visual place, in the form of a meal gift, in the form of entertainment? And so if you are joining an existing camp, which there are camps that are looking for just interested people to join them, think about that. Is this a group of people with a goal, with a gift, with a vision that I feel aligned with? And then get yourself in line with that vision and help make it happen. I overheard someone last year after the burn just complaining about their camp and about how the meal times were so disorganized, and you know, every time they would go to get their meal, and they paid for breakfast and lunch and dinner, and there were times when they didn't even get their breakfast, and blah blah blah. And I was like, whoa. First of all, radical self-reliance is one of the principles. You are responsible for yourself. Now, if you make some arrangement with somebody and they are so amazingly kind and willing to contribute and use their effort and labor to produce food beyond just granola bars that you can eat, oh my gosh, you should be just living in a state of hallelujah, gratitude. But to sink into that, I'm owed this, then you're totally missing the point. Sometimes people will ask me and people at Pink Heart, they'll say, hey, do you have room at your camp? You know, do you have room for 2 more at your camp? And I'm always like, well, we don't have room for anywhere. You know, like you don't pay dues and you get a space. We have a vision. We have a dream of things that we want to bring to the playa. And if you want to help make that happen, then there's a good possibility we can make that happen. The fact or not if there's room for us to camp together is a totally separate question. We make a huge deal in our camp about mandatory participation. You have to participate, and participation can take all different forms. It can mean time, it can mean labor, it can mean support. It always means money. We consider not to be dues, but camp gift. There's a certain amount of things that we want to provide, like that birthday gift, that it's too hard for one person to do it. So we chip in and buy massive amounts of water that we can gift to the community. We chip in and we buy, we rent a generator so that we can light the camp for everyone. Things like camp meals, things like personal power, those are all outside of what our dues and our camp gift is, because we want to be very clear that the purpose of a theme camp, the purpose of our theme camp is to collectively act, to help and lift up and gift Black Rock City. So there are places online where you can seek out camps that are looking for members. Sometimes people have a grand vision, but they do require labor and money and help from people. And so maybe you're one of those people. So yay, find a group of people that you're in line with, and then you can play a role in the gifting of that gift. I say this partially to help out the poor theme camp organizer who is like struggling with this idea of like they're trying to give this grand gift, and meanwhile some of their helpers are like, oh, this isn't worth it, you know, or I thought I would get more for my dues. Like, ugh. But also, if you as someone who joins a theme camp are able to be a part of a grand gift, you'll so more appreciate and enjoy the experience of being a burner. You will feel like you are part of what makes this city amazing, not just someone who consumes and takes from it. And I wouldn't jump super fast into an existing theme camp and go to join it. There is so much fun that can be had from just joining with your friends and creating one yourself. Finding some super simple way to get visually creative, to think of some way that you can all, you know, dress alike and do some crazy act, dress alike and perform something as people walk by your street, cook something for the people that walk by. And it doesn't have to be a massive money thing. One of the coolest things that a campmate did one year is he made a light garden. And he took some lumber and wrapped it, just put some lumber out, wrapped it with fabric, and then had shop lights in it. And so we had these weird shaped glowing things in our courtyard. And it made it so that we weren't just a bunch of people camping. We were part of this collective of artists that was making Black Rock City the magic that it is. So whether you join a theme camp or you start a theme camp, make sure that you get in that headspace of why are you doing this? So that you can more dramatically give and gift to Black Rock City. So if you're heading to Burning Man, check out Pink Heart Camp. We should be around 8:45 in Esplanade. We'll be gifting vegan ice cream and chilled water and goodies and hugs, and you can hang out on our pink fur couches and look out over the Esplanade and know that you were a part of that magic. If you see me anywhere, please stop me for a hug. I love you. See you at home.
Man, that's a tough act to follow, huh? That's good. No, he's super cool. I love Pink Heart. How many of you guys have been to Burning Man and Pink Heart?
They're all muted.
They're all muted. Did I mute them?
Mute themselves.
Well, you know, you show your video and just kind of raise your hand if you've been there. Anyways, yeah, there you go. Mindy, Luke, I see you. Steven, oh, Bad Astronauts. Gosh, I love you guys. Hell yeah. We got
hello.
Here. What's up, dude? I'm so glad you guys are here. Yeah,
yes.
so, dude, Pink Heart is so cool. And, you know, one thing that they do well is, you know, they're just out there and they make the most of their time there. And their camp is always open and inviting for anyone that's there. Like he said, they provide chilled water, you know, and that could be a lifesaver. And so, Brittany, if you haven't, you know, I hope to see you there one year. And you know, you always have a spot with the Sophistic Pirates to come camp with us at Burning Man. So anyways, super cool guys, super cool video. I love it. one thing that he mentioned in there that I really loved is, you know, thinking about not only like, hey, I'm camping with my friends and I'm going to have a theme. It's like, why are you doing that, right? He asked that question a couple of times. It's get in that headspace of really knowing and remembering along your journey of why you're doing it, right? Why are you starting a theme camp, right? What would you like to add to the community with your gift? And I think that's something so cool to think about always. So that video can be found on YouTube. We can share it on our Facebook group that we have going that we'll talk about a little later, but that can be definitely rewatched and maybe even shared with your camp. So start thinking about those cool things. All right, Mike, can we see this? Is this all right? Awesome. Element 11 theme camp Q&A. We're live. Let's go. This year's theme, I wanted to talk about a little bit about this year's theme, and then I'll pass the baton over to Mike to talk about, you know, what is a theme camp and stuff like that. But this year's theme is Phoenix Rises. And this is the ticket made by Sage Kramer is his name. He designed this. Super cool graphics. But yeah, this is a theme, and it's a super cool theme. Here's something that the marketing team wrote about this year's theme. When your world comes crashing down, you have a chance to do something you couldn't have done before. Rise up. You can only be reborn if you're released from the hardships of the past. Your story might be called resilience or hope or even freedom. It's the story of the Phoenix. What will your story be? So this asks that question, right? What are you gonna bring with your theme camp, right? And this also raises the idea of, hey, if you're a theme camp, why not add this year's theme into some sort of event or some sort of party you're having? Maybe it's a costume that you and your campmates are doing, right? Maybe it's some sort of workshop. But that's a fun idea for all theme camps, right? Is how can we incorporate this year's theme into our theme camps? That's obviously you don't have to do any of this. This is just a suggestion, you know, but I think it's super cool. And so I invite you guys to start thinking about that and start collaborating with some of your campmates. Next is, what is a theme camp? So Mike, do you kind of want to tell them what a theme camp is?
Sure. So you can go to Burning Man to E11 with some of your friends in your car or your camper or whatever it is. Set up your tent and have a great time and enjoy, you know, the art that people bring. Enjoy other people's theme camps. But the best thing to do and the way to have the most fun, in my opinion, is to be a theme camp yourself. And instead of just being a group of people camping together, you have a theme, which can be anything you want. So my first year, the year I was gonna go to Burning Man the first time, me and my friends were all gonna pull together a bunch of like really big, oversized, like playgroundy type of board gamey random stuff to like litter the floor, the ground with, and like play games on the ground. That was gonna be our theme, and it was pretty simple. It didn't need to be, you know, like a big like pink heart. It didn't need to be a big expensive thing, but people could point to us and say, that's the board games on the ground theme camp. You should go spend some time there or whatever. If you can say that's the, whatever it is, theme camp, then you're a theme camp. You don't need to, it doesn't need to be big or mind blowing or anything. And here the picture is just an example of like, what if you just had a kiddie pool and you filled it with these little balls that people could jump around in? Why not? You're the pool ball theme camp. But just make it fun, make it a gift. That's what it's about. Theme camp is about gifting something to the community, right? Because everyone's gifting you all their fun stuff from their theme camps. When you walk by, have something to give back to everyone else.
Thanks, Mike. And yeah, like if you need help with any sort of ideas, or if you have an idea and are like, hey, I wonder if this is okay, hit up Mike. That's your point of contact right there. He's happy to help you. He has all the answers. He'll have some questions for you too. So he has it all. So next we're gonna talk about just cool theme camp examples. Now, I kind of, me being the pirate that I am, I kind of pirated this slide, and I'm going to talk about my own theme camp, and that's the Sophistic Pirates. And you know, like I want to talk about how it started and kind of how we bring what we bring to the playa. So the Sophistic Pirates we're just a group of friends that like to dress up as pirates, but we didn't really like you know, resonate with who a pirate is. Like we don't steal, we don't we don't rob people. We don't do any of that stuff, but we do like to educate. We like to inspire. You know, we like to make friends and make cool art. And so we decided to give ourselves the name Sophistic Pirates. And the idea was just like, hey, let's make a pirate camp. But then it kind of transformed over the years, and we decided like, hey, we're a lot bigger than just a pirate camp. Like our vision is way bigger than a pirate. Like, who are we? We started to ask ourselves, and who we were is people trying to, you know, make a space for others to come and feel like they're home. And so sometimes when we're out there, when we're out on these festivals on the playa, we kind of feel like, you know, like we might be overwhelmed at times, and you know, maybe our tent doesn't really feel like our home. And so what we do is we put couches, we put center tables, we put side tables, we put lamps, we put chandeliers, we put walls up, anything that's going to make you feel like you're just sitting on a couch at someone's house. And so that's kind of the idea that we had. Now, our name is the Sophistic Pirates, and we have a lot of piratey things in our camp. And, you know, we play tricks on people and things like that. But most importantly is that we provide this gift where, hey, you can come to our camp, hang out, and feel like you're at home. And so that's kind of like our goal, right? And I know maybe it started as something and then it moved to something else, but that's the idea of a theme camp. As long as you're gifting something, you can make it whatever you want to be. These are some other examples of great theme camps that we've had over the years. Horse camp. Do we have horse camp on chat here or on the video at all? Or I don't think so. I can't even remember. Like, I think horse camp just had a bunch of these horses, right? Like, just like these. And they might have had like a little bar. I don't know, but it was so simple. And I loved how simple it was. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be hard. Next is like, you know, maybe a little more complicated, where Copacabana, like this is just a bar and they serve awesome drinks, but you know, it's simple. They just have chairs, a shade structure, a bar, and then they have these two LED signs. Very simple, but it's very effective, and they bring an awesome vibe and an awesome gift to the community. And then on the right here, this is the Altitude Lounge. Now this is, you know, obviously this is a big structure. It probably took some time. So this is kind of the next step, right? It's people making big art. If people are unfamiliar with this, you kind of climb up this spider, and then you end up at the top, and then there's couches there, and you're like 40 feet in the air, just kind of hanging out in a couch. So super cool theme camp. Again, a little more complex, but you get the point. You can do whatever you want for a theme camp, as long as, like Mike said, we can say, hey, that's that blank theme camp. And so, yeah, those are some examples there. Now we'll get to some more gritty stuff. And then Mike, whenever you want to kind of jump in and talk, maybe you'll handle the next slide. But this is a list of things that we expect from you, not only as theme camp coordinator, community director, but also as, you know, Element 11. These are some things that we absolutely expect from you, and I'll list them out. Number one is just follow the theme camp policy. The theme camp policy can be found in our website. So just go to our website, and then there's a little tab that says policies and frequently asked questions. You just go to that tab and go to theme camp. You'll find everything there. You know, if you're a sound camp, we want you to follow the sound policy. This is super important if you're going to have really loud sound. You know, when you guys applied as a theme camp, you guys had to click on hey, I accept these, I agree with these policies. So make sure you go back and read them and really understand them, so that we don't have any problems on site. The next one, have a fire extinguisher. You know, this is something super important for us, especially because, you know, the county is always kind of pushing for us to be a little safer with our fires. So I would strongly encourage you guys to, you know, not only have a fire extinguisher like inside of your camp, you know, in like your actual camping area. Maybe a few, you know, RVs have that, but also in your communal area. And then if you're a camp that gets placed on Esplanade, we do ask that you also put a fire extinguisher like outside of your camp, like on playa, maybe on the edge. That way, if there's any, you know, weird little sparks that happen when we have those big fires like the effigy or temple, that there's fire extinguishers nearby, and maybe we can kind of resolve the issue as a community instead of, you know, having fire marshals kind of deal with it. So just something to be proactive about. Have fire extinguishers and make sure that that people know where they're at, especially if they're in your camp. Next is have a basic first aid kit. We have a medical, right? Element 11 has a medical station where you can go if you're not feeling well or if you're hurt, things like that. But it also doesn't hurt to have, you know, a couple Band-Aids at your camp. And so, you know, a couple ice packs, things like that. That really helps out. If, you know, if someone does get hurt, you're there and you guys can help them and kind of help each other internally. You know, even though we have a medical, you know, it would be a success if no one ever goes to the medical tent. Like that would be awesome. But, you know, obviously we expect people to come to our medical tent, but, you know, having a first aid kit at your camp is essential. So we definitely expect that from you guys. This year, because of COVID, you know, we encourage you guys to also have masks and hand sanitizer for visitors. You know, the hand sanitizer people are definitely going to use, and maybe someone forgot their mask and wants to wear it, and that, you know, they don't have one. And hey, it'd be nice if you know, some themed camps could provide their visitors with some masks if they forget them. That's all. None of this is, or that's obviously not required, but, you know, we do ask that for you guys, just to be good neighbors and kind of respect people in that way. The next one is really important. Follow and promote the 10 principles. So not only follow them as individuals, right, and as a camp, but promoting those 10 principles. So, like, you know, people look at theme camps as like as like, you know, cool people, and they, like, you know, they're stoked when they walk into your camp. And if you could incorporate some principles around that, you know, that really kind of helps our cause and our vision, and it really helps them, you know, it helps newcomers also kind of, you know, get familiar with these principles. And then I was
part of a theme camp my first few years at Burning Man. And it was pretty big. We had like 40, 60, 80 people in the camp. And so we had a few of the nights we had where we all kind of sat down and went over a different principle each night or whatever, or each time. And that was really cool. That was kind of a cool way to solidify the principle. Like, this, we're a theme camp and we believe in these principles, and we're gonna, you know, talk about them and embody them most of all.
That's so awesome. I love that. You know, you can get your crew together and kind of talk about these things and help promote it. Again, this is for like people that are coming in and that don't really know the 10 principles, right? That's kind of why we do this. And also it's to remind, you know, everyone that's been coming to these events, hey, there's these 10 principles. They're still here and they're still just as important. We wrote 3 principles here that we feel are pretty important for theme camps. That's radical self-reliance. Obviously, just, you know, bring everything that you need as a camp and as individuals. You know, be ready for rain, for wind, for sunny days, for, you know, extremely hot. Just be ready for anything. Participation. We love that you are already participating as a theme camp, but also it's like, hey, there's plenty of volunteerships and plenty of other things to do. And, you know, it's not just setting up your theme camps. It's actually like being there as well, and kind of like, you know, talking to people and giving people a good experience. And then radical inclusion. if you have room in your camp and someone wants to camp with you, definitely be inviting, and obviously there's going to be some restrictions. You might not know them or this, that, and the other, but it is really important to be radically inclusive. And obviously we're not telling you to invite your enemies to camp with you, but definitely if there's someone that out of town or something that needs a theme camp and they reach out to you, to be friendly and think about it. Next, we expect for you to reach out to us with any questions or concerns. If you have anything that you need help with, like I said, Mike Miller's is your man. Mike@element11.org is his email. Some of you, if you guys applied for a theme camp, you should have received an email inviting you guys to this event from his personal email. So go ahead and reach out to him if you have any questions, and he'll be happy to answer. Next is be clean. Like, we expect you guys to be clean throughout your event. It gets windy out there and things fly. So if something goes on the ground, like, it needs to get picked up immediately and get thrown away. And, it doesn't even have to be your own garbage. Like, it can be some, just garbage that gets, kind of swept by the wind and lands in your front porch or something like that. Pick it up. Also, moop sweeps at the end of the event. Like, that's going to be necessary for all you guys to do. So if your camp doesn't have a plan for moop sweeps, I would definitely get on that. We do put out a map at the end of the event, kind of rating the theme camps from red to green, as kind of showing us how well they did with their moop sweeps. And if you get a red, that's not a good look for your camp. So definitely moop sweep your whole camp and get everyone to help you. Bring rakes, bring buckets, bring garbage bags, anything you need to get that accomplished. Next on our list, we expect you to work with rangers when things get tough. And so if there's ever some sort of problem that you think is escalating and potentially you need help, like, with whatever that is, reach out to a ranger. They're all around. They should be pretty easy to find. Go up to them and explain to them what happened. And they're literally trained to help you with in tough situations, and that could be a multitude of things. And who knows what is gonna happen that'll get the rangers involved. But, we expect you to work with them. Absolutely. They are your friends. They are there to help you. And they're there to help all parties. And so definitely expect you to work with them. Next is volunteer as individuals, as a camp. We know that you guys are all going to volunteer already just by bringing your theme camp. But, this year we sold out super fast and we don't know how volunteer shifts are going to go. And so we do expect you guys to be volunteering. And not only as individuals, but as a camp. For all you people that are new theme camps, some of the best thing to do as a camp is to go and volunteer, like at a greeter shift or at the Hug Deli, any one of those. It's just so fun as a camp, and you get to connect not only with your own camp, but you get to meet the people that are coming to this event. And I remember the first time I volunteered was a greeter shift with my camp. And I got to meet so many cool people from the community, and those people are still my friends today. And so I feel so grateful for this program that Element 11 has, where you can go and volunteer at Element 11 as a theme camp. So definitely do that. We do expect you to do that. So definitely try to fill up as many of those volunteer shifts as possible. The next on the list is be nice to your neighbors. Especially if you're a sound camp. Like, if someone comes up to you and saying like, hey, it's too loud, or hey, it's 6 a.m, like just be nice and try to figure out a solution. I'm not telling you to turn off your music, but definitely just be nice and don't take it personal. Your neighbors are going to be so cool, and they're also going to be theme camps most likely. And so just be nice, and try to work things out. And obviously if there's problems, then make sure you go and contact a ranger. And the last thing on my list.
Can I talk about this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
So definitely be nice to your neighbors, and I'm gonna do my best to make sure that you have awesome neighbors. Everyone's pretty awesome, but one thing that I want to do this year that we haven't really done before is encourage collaboration. I want to see what happens if two interesting camps get put next to each other. What could they do together? Like maybe you have something on the border between your two camps, like some piece of art that's somehow related to both of your themes, or something. You do put on an event together or something like that. I just think that'd be really really neat, and would be a cool way to make the city come together and be, instead of just a whole bunch of individual camps, to be some form of like, oh, that's cool. It's kind of everyone's working together. That's what I'd love to see happen this year.
Thanks, Mike. And yeah, I think you're going to take this next slide.
Sweet. So what can you expect from us? What is the E11 crew going to do to help you make sure that you can be as awesome of a theme camp as you can be? So communication from us. I'm the one that you can come and talk to if you have questions or concerns or anything like that throughout this whole time. And there's plenty of other people on the, in the org to answer your questions. But if you don't know who to talk to, come to me and I can hook you up with the right person or answer the questions myself. We have open ears. We're always listening to, to your concerns and things like that. We want to hear them. As I said, I'm going to be doing placement. If you have anything you need from us, so I've already got most of you, I think, found out about this because you filled out the placement survey that you need to do. I think when is that due? Is that at the end of the month?
Yep, the 31st this month.
Cool. Yep. So there's still time for people who haven't, formed a theme camp officially yet to get that in there, so that we can place them throughout the city. And any conversation you want to have about where you're going to be placed, give you guys what you need. That's what I want to talk to you about. We aim to be very transparent with things like that, like especially with placement. Like we might not be able to place you where you want to be, but we're going to be transparent with you and why we're placing you where we're placing you, that type of thing. Another thing you can expect from us is putting together the what, where, when guide, which is the way that people who are coming to E11 know what's there. So if you have an event going on, if you have some gift at a certain time that you want to tell people about, or just say what your camp's about so that people know that they might want to stop and get a snow cone because you have snow cones for people. They'll know where to go do that. Ice sales is a thing that Burning Man does for, or 11 that we do provide to camps. So you can buy ice from us if you need that for your snow cones. We do early entry too. We can get some of your team in early to help build your portion of the city. So we'll offer that. We have all kinds of resources for you guys. If you're doing some big art project, you should apply for an art grant. We want to help support the artists in your camp, make something big and awesome to share with the community.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, on the art grant, that also ends on the 31st. And so if you have an art grant idea, then definitely apply, ASAP. The art can live in your camp as well. And so you don't have to, put your art on Playa or anything. It can live in your camp. And so if you have an idea and an idea that might require more resources than you actually have, then definitely just apply for an art grant. We're here to help. And, legally, we have to give out art grants as a nonprofit. And so we have money to give you guys. We have, I think this year we have about $40,000 to give to art grants. So, take a slice of that and make something cool and be an art grant recipient. Like that's awesome to be. Anyways, thanks, Mike. That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Claudio, really quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Someone had a question in the chat about when the what, where, when guide, like when is that deadline that we need to submit those explanations?
Yeah, so the what, when, and where guides description of your camp is in the application that you submitted. So if you submitted for a theme camp, in the what, when, and where guide, we'll have a description of what your camp is. And you guys, those of you who already applied, will be using that text or that copy that you give us there. Next is like for events. And that's probably going to come out in like a month and a half or around there. And we'll send out surveys. We'll, you know, a little Google form for you guys to fill out with what events, you know, what time is your event? What are you'll be offering, you know, things like that. And we also encourage you guys to make like Facebook events and share it on like, you know, the 11 event page, right? So like make it exciting for the community. If you guys want to make like a graphic for it as well, like for your own parties, do that. But yeah, to answer the question, it's going to be like a month and a half where that survey will come out. We will email you directly or the theme camp mayors directly with that link, and we'll probably also post it on Facebook and on the social media and whatnot. So yeah, I'm not checking chat, so Mike, could you kind of check chat and make sure that any questions we have? We're almost done here, and then we'll open it up for the Q&A. 2021 theme camp collaboration group. We made you know, Mike has made a Facebook group here. Mike, will you post this on the chat as well? But for those on the recording, this is it: facebook.com/groups/E11 theme camp collab. So that's the cool group. That we want you guys to use that resource to collab with each other, ask any questions. We'll be monitoring that group pretty closely. But it's just there for you guys to talk to each other, share resources, collab on events, collab on you know, whatever you guys want. And so we made that group. Hopefully, you know, we do. I should have put that on what we expect from you. We expect you to join this group. You know.
It's currently unavailable.
Uh-oh.
Is that what it says?
Is it private or something?
It just says the content's unavailable right now. When this happens, usually because the owner only shared it with a small group of people, changed who can see it, or it's been deleted.
Okay. Gosh, man, we're so
It hasn't been
prepared.
deleted. I will figure that out.
We'll figure it out. We'll email you that link, guys. You know, this is why we do this, is to figure out what we need to do for you guys. So anyways, we'll post a new link about that, and we'll email you guys. All right, now we want to open up the chat for you guys. If you guys have any questions, ask away. This is your time. If you don't want to, you can unmute yourself and do it, or you can do it on chat, and either me or Mike, or maybe another theme camp will answer the questions.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi Flamingo.
Hi, I'm Flamingo with Snowmos. We're kind of a gay group out of Breckenridge, Colorado area. We know bad astronauts. We've been going to Burning Man since 13 with Decadent Oasis, those of you that know them. They call us the back door. We also go every year to Apogee. In fact, I'm second in charge of the gate there. We have rangers, we have EMTs in our group. We're really excited about coming to you guys. And our group does our camp. During the day, we have a big open area for people to chill and get out of the sun and that. But then we also are going to do, hopefully every day, we call them Snowmo snow cones, which are different vodka flavors snow cones, and ones for underage. And that's one of my questions is, are there armbands of age for underage people?
Yes, so anyone under 21 will get a different wristband that you guys will be able to check at the door, or just like maybe your bartender is kind of looking out for those things.
Yeah, we're very good at that. Not our first day at the rodeo. So
yeah,
I just wanted to
absolutely.
check. And you talked about ice. Is that going to be every day? And is it pretty much, do you guys not necessarily run out, or?
No, so the ice comes one time for the whole event.
Ouch.
And so yeah, so we do, and I think we try to do that Saturday morning. But yeah, we do, you know, we suggest you guys get as much ice as possible before the event. And then if your event's on Saturday, right?
We're going to hopefully do it every day, but that may make a difference.
Yeah, no, definitely. We can't, because it's so far out, like, you know,
Right.
we can't get ice there every day. And so
Okay.
the ice only comes once, and that's Saturday morning.
Okay.
So definitely plan for that.
And any idea on early entry? Is it like can we possibly get in a day early, or what's going to be the requirements of that, Mike?
You can, so as part of the application, you can specify whether you're going to want early entry for any group people. Basically, however many people you need to reasonably set up your camp. So bigger camps might need more people to help set everything up. And that's just a conversation to work. I don't think we have a, what is it, Claudio? Do you have a limit on what that could be for any given group?
No, it's just a day early is what it is.
Yeah,
so,
we wouldn't have everybody. We have a lot of people that have to work in that, but there's
Right.
only about 20 of us. So it would be, maybe a half a dozen of us or something. I'll get with you, Mike.
Cool.
Okay. And then at night, and we know we're going to try to be a little, I think that maybe because it's Utah, we do porn at night, but it is secured and inside, but we're going to try to make it a little bit more. It sounded like you guys are a little bit more concerned about that than Apogee or Burning Man.
Like a great idea.
Okay. But we'll try to, and if, when we do set up, if there's any issues, just let us know. We'll modify it, type of thing.
I had a question in the chat. Do we do the ice purchases for the camp in advance? I don't know the answer to that question.
Oh,
so yeah, the ice sales will go live, like I would say maybe in a month from now. So, and we'll promote it. We'll let you guys know. And then you just go in there and then you click on how many bags of ice you think you'll need. And you just buy them. And then we order those after that. So we figure out how much ice we actually need. And then we go and order it. So obviously I think there is a cap, but it's such a big cap that we don't deal with it. Yeah. It's like,
at least that's good. So we know we're going to get it if we order it. So
exactly. No, you'll definitely get it. It's and I don't know how they do it in Apogea, but at Element 11, the truck is coming on Saturday, but they tell us one time and it doesn't show up usually till like an hour or 2 hours after. So there's usually a big, huge line waiting for ice like way before. And it's a fun thing to experience, but
it's okay. I
would definitely plan for that. It is a pain point that, some of the attendants have felt it's a big pain point in some of our theme camps. So just prepare for that. Like I said, we're transparent. We're going to let you know, hey, it's kind of a shit show, but you will get ice on Saturday. That's a promise.
Okay. We're kind of lucky at Apo. They bring it every day, but it is what it is. So thank you. And we're very excited. I'm going to mute myself.
And it's free at Apo, right?
No, it's not free.
I'm just kidding.
We had another question here from No More Fucking Pants. It says, will more tickets be sold? What will be the total number of participants for this year? And so currently our cap, we're capped at 1,400, and we have a limited amount of tickets from that we're going to sell later, but it'll probably be a directed group sale. We're still talking about that, but we did apply at the beginning of the year to increase that number. And so we are hoping that we get an okay from the county for adding a couple hundred more people. And so we're hoping that we'll have at least one more sale for the public. And we are working on something like a directed group sale for artists, theme camps, stuff like that. And so no promises, but that's something that we are working on. But currently tickets are sold out. Volunteer tickets from 2019 just went out yesterday. So if you volunteered in 2019 more than 10 hours, you should get that. But as far as, how many tickets will sell in the future, that's kind of unclear right now. So I don't have an answer for that.
Cool. I do have a comment. The link that I put earlier for the Facebook group, I switched the group to visible. So now that link should work and you can all go request access to it and start collaborating.
Cool.
Mike, good job. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and there's a form that the community has made. Element 11 did not make it, but the community did make like an Excel sheet. Kind of has a list of people that need tickets. So if you don't have tickets, we'll put that Excel sheet on that group page that we just talked about. And if some campmates don't have tickets, put your name on there. Then when people are ready to kind of sell their ticket or they realize they can't go, some of them will use that sheet, and they'll call you or email you whatever kind of contact information you put in there. So that's a really good resource. Again, no guarantees from LMN11, but that is a really nice community based Excel sheet that is made.
And another question from the chat: what's the biggest need for volunteering? That we have a schedule of volunteers. I don't know if we've made that yet or started adding people to it. Claudio, maybe you know the answer to that question.
So the general volunteer list is not out. That's going to go out really soon, like days. But if you're a ranger or if you're medical, sanctuary, any of those three, those are open right now. Ranger training is happening, I think in August. And so signups for that are already open. Again, same thing for medical and sanctuary. But as far as like, the general volunteer sheet, that is not out yet. And, but, I think now that we have everyone's emails and stuff, we'll probably be doing some direct, messages to you guys via email, kind of with all those things when those things kind of come out, especially, because we do want you guys to volunteer as the theme camp. And so we'll kind of let you guys in a little bit early so you guys can fill those good spots. Yeah. Question?
Hey, yeah. So I submitted my theme camp maybe a little early in April, and it was still the 2019 form that was on the site. Mike, I just forwarded it to you because heard your email address. So I don't know if I'm alone, if I'm the only one who kind of was early to the starting gate for that, but will it be melded, or do I need to resubmit on the 2021 form?
I will go check everything that was put in the old form and make sure it makes its way into the new one. We changed some of the questions. Like I don't think there was any of the collaboration questions or anything like that, but it was pretty much the same. So I'll go back and make sure that all those get put in if they didn't reapply.
Okay, cool. Either way, just let me know. I forwarded the copy I had of the form. And when would the art grant decisions come out? We were at 2019, E11 kind of bootstrapped our sound camp, Jelly Rave Cage for that, but would love to kind of get some augmented support to make Jelly Rave Cage 2.0 this year if we can. So.
Yeah, so the art grants close on the 31st. And so we're literally trying to do it like that next day. We're trying to figure out and decide.
Right on.
And the reason why we're doing this is because number one, we are kind of late to the party because we didn't know if we were going to actually have an event this year. And so, and also our start event, which is here in Salt Lake City, that kind of showcases the art grants recipients. That happens on July 10th. And so we definitely want to give, people enough time to kind of, make whatever they want to kind of present, either print pictures or whatever that might be. And so I would expect those to go out at like, July 2nd, maybe, is like you get an email saying, hey, your art grant was received and you're granted this amount of money.
Cool. And I'm sorry, maybe repeating, where would I find that form?
So that form, if you go to lmn11.org and you go to artist, I think it's like the participation tab and then artist. It should be in there. It's a big old button. It says like, art grant application. It's a big old button.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll take you straight to the form. And yeah, like I said, I would definitely encourage everyone to apply for an art grant. If you have little ones too, if you have kids and they're coming, we have special art grants for them. So definitely let them know as well. And
cool.
Sorry, Lee, did you have anything else?
Just to follow up to what you had mentioned, this thing in the SMART thing on July 10th, you said, can you expand on that a little bit?
So START, it's called START, and it's kind of our Utah's pre-compression in a sense, but it's just a 2-hour event here in Salt Lake City where we invite all the artists to bring either like a small model or pictures of their art, or just bring themselves to talk about the concept of their art, even if they haven't started building. And we ask participants to donate $5 to the door, and they get 5 tokens, and then those tokens they can go and donate to these artists. And so not only is it a way for people to find out what's coming to 11 art wise, but it's also a chance for the community to support them in monetary ways, right? Help them with a little bit of money for them to accomplish that goal. And so if you're out of town, potentially we can work something out where, we print some stuff. Like if you want to talk to me, or you guys could email me at claudio@element11.org, and maybe I'll put it on chat here. So that's my email. If you're out of town and you have an art grant, but you want to like be part of it, like contact me. I'll get you to our art director, and potentially we can print out some pictures of your art project and just say that you're from Colorado, and put a little jar there to see if you guys get any donations. That's just an idea, so we'll definitely talk to the art director about that. But that's something cool maybe we can do. I don't know. There is just a lot of people from out of state that's coming. Like Colorado just went hard with tickets. I think about 30% of our tickets went to Colorado. So just like insane amount of numbers. And so we know that there's going to be a lot of art coming from there. So let's keep in contact. If you're having an art grant and you're from out of town, then yeah, just contact me. We'll get you to the art director, and we can see if we can get you and start, right? No promises, because that's not my department, but
I have a very serious question about art donations.
Yeah.
Vodka is considered art. Can we get money for our vodka? Just kidding.
I think that's outlined in the application. You cannot apply for grants for supplies like that.
Yeah. I wish, because I'd take that home. And anyways, let's see if there's any other questions. How many hours is ranger training? Oh, hold on. Brittany, kind of earlier with a lot
that was settled. It was in her spam folder.
Oh, sorry. Okay. How many hours is ranger training, and what is the normal time commitment for a new ranger? So ranger training is about 8 hours long. It's a whole day, but you get to meet some really cool people. We'll train you on the radios. It's just a bunch of cool stuff. And Element 11 also provides you with lunch. And so, you don't have to go anywhere, just eat breakfast before you come, and we'll provide you with the lunch. And so that's how much hours it takes. Now, those hours do go towards your volunteer hours. So, at 8 hours, you only need 2 more hours to get 25% off the next year's ticket. So it's a pretty good deal, I think. And then as an actual ranger, first time rangering, I think it's a 4-hour shift. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a 4-hour shift. And then you're with 2 other rangers, so they kind of help you out. And honestly, it doesn't even seem that long, but yeah, I think it's about 4 hours for that, and then 8 hours for the training. Any other questions?
Is that training live or virtual? Did you say it was virtual before?
So I gotta, man, let me check on that really quick, because I did hear there was gonna be a virtual, but I'm not really sure.
So is it done like
live?
Is it done the day before? Is it done a month before, or when? Just because if I'm in Denver and I want to become a ranger,
yeah,
I could plan on coming there. I'm curious about how that works,
Yeah, Mike, will you do me a favor and go to the Rangers page on our website?
And isn't it true that you can do ranger training wherever? Like you can do it in your state. Like if your regional has like a training, it doesn't have to be the Element 11 ranger training. also. It can be local to you for those out of state.
Exactly. If you're already a ranger, right? Potentially we can work something out. Also, like people from Colorado, since the Apogee is not happening, I don't think the ranger training is gonna happen, right? But I do think that it is virtual. Mike, were you able to find that out?
Yeah, I posted a link in the chat, and then there's one of the questions you can click on that I'm reading right now, which is what kind of commitment does it take? Just says ranger training is held during the day on Saturday, and we usually have what we call Beer 30. It doesn't say the date though, but
okay.
I don't think they've announced, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. So as soon as they announce that, again, we'll put it on that group chat, on that Facebook group. So that's kind of what we'll be posting, all that stuff. We'll make sure to put all that ranger. But if you have any more questions about like our ranger program, I know Janice, our safety director, has been working really hard on the ranger website, and so go check that out on a group chat and see if maybe there's some stuff that we missed there.
And maybe I'll try and reach out to the Apogee folks to find out if they were planning on doing anything for folks who might be interested in getting. You're nodding your head, Flamingo. So they said no? No?
You're muted.
I don't believe that they're going to be doing any training.
Okay. Well, it's just something that I'm like, oh, it could be interesting to be a ranger and get that skill set. And then where any events I go to, I can try and help contribute,
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I was thinking,
No, absolutely. We'll try to make it as easy as possible for you. And, I really do think, and then I just read a comment here from Coffee Cup saying that Ranger Mendy, he's the head of Rangers, said that they're looking into doing something virtual. And so I know that I've heard kind of that conversation going around. So I'm certain that there's going to be a virtual, kind of virtual way to attend that event.
Yeah, I mean, live is good because it builds trust, but maybe virtually it can happen too. Many companies are doing that now with training at work. So maybe.
Yeah, bro, tell me about it. I was in a meeting for 3.5 hours today over Zoom.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll see if we can make it work.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for the questions, Charlie. I appreciate it.
But you guys will accept Apo Rangers if they've been trained?
I think so. And again, I would contact, like, there is a contact form on that website to contact Janice, our safety director, or Mendy. And so, but yeah, my understanding is that, yeah, if you're a ranger, then you can come ranger. And again, I don't know if you kind of have to do the rangering every year. I think you might have to for Element 11. So don't quote me on any of this stuff. This isn't my department. Just go to the Rangers page right there, and then there is a contact form that you can contact someone. If not, Janice, JANIS at element11.org. She'll have she'll answer all the questions about rangering if you need that confirmed. Any other questions?
I think we're good.
Oh, awesome. Well, if that's it, then I really want to thank you guys for taking time out of your day to come and learn some stuff about Element 11 and about being a theme camp here. I hope that we've brought you a lot of valuable content, and we might do this again later. I don't know. This was super fun. So me and Mike will be in the chats about maybe doing this again. Maybe closer to the event to answer any other questions, maybe about placements, stuff like that. But we'll definitely do this again next year as well. I'm super excited. And it was super awesome getting to meet all of you guys. And I want to thank you guys for showing up. Everyone from Utah, everyone from Colorado, super cool. If we get more camps, we might need a coffee cup. You got it. Yeah, invite all your friends and just let Mike know how many people and how much room you need. He'll accommodate.
Join that Facebook group because you can ask questions right on there and work with the other camps that are coming. So definitely join that if you haven't yet.
Cool. Well, again, thank you so much, guys. We appreciate you guys coming, and you know, we'll see you out there. Again, hit up Mike, email Mike, join that group, and yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Love you so much.
Thanks for your time,
guys.
See ya.